Morning, Kabaka Pyramid.
Bless the love from Wagwan.
You see, this is what happens when you make music so nice, man. I mean, it's difficult to even break to talk to the owner of the voice we've been playing.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, Kabaka, on your Grammy nomination, and further to that, on all the good work that you have been putting out. You're an artist that we're really truly proud of, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, I give thanks, man. It's a joy, you know?
Yeah.
It's a joy.
You are now getting your first Grammy nomination. Although we're going to be talking about weed and stuff like that, are you still on a high?
Definitely. Yeah, man. No, I mean, when I first found out this crazy excitement and just, just reflecting on all the years of, doing this music thing and, you know what I mean? And just trial and error. And just, I got through the struggles of the music and just thinking all the people them who helped me out over the years and who support the thing. And, you know what I mean? It's just a great feeling, man. Trust me.
What was the mindset when you got to at the start of this project, the calling? Were you thinking like Grammy and stuff like that? Like you might be saying to yourself, boy, it's about time me step up my thing now and go there. So was that a part of the plan?
Me personally, I don't like for start things with that kind of mentality in terms of me. I say, I do something for the Grammy, but we always knew it was possible.
Yeah.
We know, say, once the music is up to a certain standard, then, there's always a chance of getting that. But for me, I was never like the one like, it definitely I go get the Grammy now or whatever, It's always been a thing where, we're optimistic and thing, but I'm just kind of humble to it. And because more time when, in my life, when me put certain things on my head and say, it must happen, that's when it don't happen. You know what I mean? So sometimes we just allow things to flow naturally.
Yeah, man. Walk us through, if you will, by way of a synopsis of the process of making this album and how it all came together.
So, all right, for the most part, Gang Studio is in Miami. So over the pandemic, the early part of the pandemic I was in Jamaica. And like Gang was sending me rhythms and stuff and like Easy Ride where you just play, I recorded that at my home studio in Kingston. And so some early ideas was still working on from in Jamaica, but then around August 2020 or so I flew up to Miami. And I was just in studio with Gang for like pretty much the next year and a half or so. I broke it for like up on tour, 1 and 2 time and thing. But just generally just been in studio every night. It started from Reasoning's conversation about the last album. Because, Contraband was with Gang, even though he personally only produced like 5 of the songs. You know what I mean? But he executive produced the project and everything. And so it was just reasoning about what kind of sound we want to go through, what kind of vibe, what we want to accomplish with the album and different things like that. And after that it was just jam sessions. Gang would have bring in a musician them, and even my band came through for a few jams that ended up in 3 songs on the album. And we just jamming ideas from scratch. Gang is a man where like just have a basic idea of the rhythm and then start right to it. Which is a little different from my formula. I'm used to, like making beats and like having them relatively complete, or like producers sending me rhythms are pretty much done already. And then maybe a little overdubbing after that, but it's a different kind of process now where you just have a skeleton, like just a drum and bass and some piano. And or even just some chords alone without no drums on it or anything like that. So it's a different kind of process. And then we just start write music and coming up with ideas, recording, mixing. You don't know the regular process, but it's just different working with Gam because I have such a keen ear for music and especially for lyrics too.
Yeah.
And it's always a test when I write something. If I write something at home and I bring it come a studio, it's always a thing like, I wonder if Gang I go really like it. You know what I mean?
We have heard Gang say that one of the things that one of the attraction initially was how lyrical you are, and I suspect that you also feel the same way about him.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Gang is a blueprint for what I've been doing in music. Mixing, reggae and dancehall with that hip hop vibe, that hip hop flavor. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, you know, I take a lot from him over the years in terms of studying him craft and everything. So yeah, you wouldn't have a Kabaka without a Gangzilla.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Whose idea was it to include like Mystic Man and pay tribute to Peter Tosh, even the one with Eddie Fitzgerald that we played a while ago? Because you're showing respect to the elders as well, and we love that. Your ideas, or collaboratively, they just came through?
So so like Easy Ride was one of the first ideas that Gang already had worked on, you know. So that was his idea. You know, the Peter Tosh faded away. You know, those came out of a conversation where he was like, you know, we want to sample some more stuff. So, you know, he will tell you he suggested Fade Away, but I remember suggesting Fade Away.
You can work that out between you two.
But Peter Tosh was definitely my suggestion, because you know, that's my favorite song from him catalog.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you know, we sample a couple other things on the album, but those are the main standout ones from within reggae music. You know?
Yeah, man. Is it that important whether or not you win, or is it something that you're working towards, campaigning towards at this stage, Kabaka, for the Grammy?
Yeah, I mean, you reach this far, you might as well try and go for it. You know, so definitely I got to do some work towards it. I want to go to LA when the Grammys are going and do some networking and them kind of vibe. And yeah, you know, you have to make the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Well, I just want to say that it would be a very good look if you won, because this is a fantastic album, and I want to commend you and Gong and the entire team who worked on it. Thank you. This is a great album, Kabaka. I'm not water it down. It's a really, really fantastic album. All right.